Hello, my name is Mel Kelly. I'm from Ireland, living in Munich for many years. I came here for work. I work as an IT guy, IT consultant, and I started doing comedy in Munich about 2014. And at that time, there wasn't really much of a scene here in Munich. So we ended up actually starting a club at that time. It wasn't really our intent. We just wanted to do one night and have fun. But then everybody after the first night said, so when are you going again? So in that year, 2014, we ended up running a few more nights. And that was the beginning of the club, Comedy Club Munich.
So I'm Fossi and I'm head of Innovationsmanufaktur. We inspire, we get started projects that more or less will benefit the world in the basic essence. So how to make the world move more, to have more happy and healthy people, how to design mobility so that you will have more livable cities, even how to design ways for social and economic transformation, to develop the methodology, how can you make innovation serve society.
Hi, I'm Marie.
And I'm Dennis.
We were born and raised in Munich, both of us, and last year we founded Cuckoo Food Market, as you can see.
Cuckoo is a food market featuring 3 fast casual food concepts, a French bakery, chopped salad bar and a Pinza Romana counter. We focus on high quality and fresh food sourced from local producers.
Check the mic and make sure it sounds right, boy.
Hello everyone, I'm Josip, I'm coming from Croatia. I'm doing martial arts for about 19 years. And now I'm working in Germany on airport and I'm giving the training lessons here in Moosburg and in Rising. Muay Thai from the Rising, it's a sport club. We're doing combat sport here. Originally, we are a Muay Thai club, but we also do kickboxing, MMA lessons, and we're doing grappling and jiu-jitsu.
My name is Michael Cray. I'm from Dublin, and I'm the owner of the Shamrock Irish Bar here in Munich. Shamrock is one of the first Irish bars in Germany, one of the first ones in Munich. It was set up in 1989. I took it over 10 years ago. It was previously a live music bar, and now I have on different nights, different events. I have from pub quiz to comedy nights to live music and karaoke.
My name is Yoshihiko Yuki. I'm 37 years old Japanese guy who's running Japanese ramen restaurant called Takumi. And I've been here in Germany for 9 years. Takumi Munich, established 2011. Around this town, nobody knows what is ramen. From 2013, ramen became kind of famous and people start to go Takumi. Whenever people try ramen, they immediately realize it's special. It's far different from other type of noodles. They talk to their friends or families, and our ramen community getting bigger and bigger so quickly.
Comedy brings people together in different ways. So we have different types of shows. For example, Comedy Club Munich, which is English and German. That brings together the international crowd who speak English and the local crowd who speak German who also want to be entertained in English. That's kind of the different types of crowds, but then I would say as well in terms of the comics, you have different profiles of comics, like from 18, 19, 20 years of age all the way up to 70, 75 years of age, from different ages, different countries, different background, different jobs, all with the same purpose, same goal in mind, trying to get on stage, get a few laughs, entertain people.
So you can come to Cuckoo Food basically for every occasion of the day. So you can swing by for a quick breakfast, for a croissant and an espresso, quick lunch with your colleagues, or a snack in the afternoon with friends.
Of course, we are extremely lucky. We do a lot to fight that segregation that usually exists between there's the company and there's the politics and there's the NGO and there's academia. In designing and developing our future, we need to bring everything together. So we need to bring all the parties, all the stakeholders together and say, what can you contribute so that we jointly design a desirable future?
I think the first reason why the people are coming to us and wants to train in our club, they like combat sport. They like Muay Thai, they like kickboxing, they're watching MMA, they're watching UFC 1 and so on. It's not only the question about sport as a sport, it's also a question about making new friendship, hanging out, getting your body into good physical shape. They feel really comfortable, they feel safe, and they enjoy.
It's a good mingling place for young people especially, and for, you know, on Saturday we have kind of my age that come in, and it's, you know, it's a mixture of everybody really. So.
What your age? What does that mean?
I'm 49, I'm not 100, but yeah, I mean, it's just the atmosphere. You don't need to get dressed up. It's just more relaxed. You come in, have a beer. There's no pretenses or anything like that. The COVID obviously started on the worst week for Irish bars, because it was a week before St. Patrick's Day. And we had a parade, we had everything, and there was Chelsea playing, there was absolutely everything going on. So it went from basically one day to the next, then we were closed.
Whoa, how did COVID-19 affect the community comedy scene? It killed it. Killed it dead in its tracks. The last show was around the week of the 11th or 13th of March, and then every single show that was going on in the city was bang, shut down. So that was quite disappointing. I had quite a few shows, I had 3 or 4 shows, different shows, and maybe 10 or 12 different events that were cancelled straight away because of that.
The innovation work, especially the long-term perspective innovation work, is something that is being cut by companies that should have been started right when the coronavirus started.
Before it was like 20-30 people here in the gym. Now it's like 6-9, because we cannot do the big groups anymore.
Before, we had a lot of people in front of a restaurant. They're making queue in front of a restaurant. Tiny restaurant, but we had a maximum 40 seats in a restaurant. And we're running like a always super nice atmosphere. After COVID-19, that whole situation has been changed already, and I don't think I can get them back again. I don't think I can get them back again.
What's the most difficult thing? It's no more contact. So we had to keep the distance, 1.5 meter minimum. So what does it mean? It means that we cannot do any more combination with partner, we cannot do sparrings, we cannot wrestle. So it makes training much more difficult.
So we changed our opening hours in the beginning, closed earlier. And then in the long run now we realized that we can't have as many customers at a time anymore, so we opened on Sunday in addition, so it spreads a bit more.
We have to basically police tables, telling them not to talk to other tables. So it's sucked the atmosphere or the whole, you know, concept of the bar away.
We had to change our policy that we should not really do ramen to go for just keeping the noodle quality. If we don't do to go, then we are out of business. Obviously, our daily sales is not that much anymore.
I've only got one person that I've kept on, and the rest we had to go. We had 3 full-time staff, we had 10 to 11 part-time staff, plus we had the karaoke singers, the quiz guys, the bands. So basically, we had to cancel everybody. Yeah, it was tough to do. It was tough to do. Yeah. But everybody knew the situation, and it's been a challenging few months to try and get even a tenth of the business back.
Lots of things now, it's changed, but we are still going forward. We are finding the best way how to give good quality training to our members.
People started thinking about how can we don't know how long this phase is going to last for. Is this going to be 1 month, 6 months, 12 months? We don't know how long this is going to last. So people started coming up with different ideas. So I was involved in hosting an online comedy show for One Munchen and Comedy Club Munich working together. So that was quite a challenge and a lot of fun. Other people were doing online comedy shows as well. Other people were doing storytelling and such things. And then people were also dealing with it by doing podcasts. Was another popular way of people. How do they get their creative energy, get their stage fix? How do they get that out?
We opened up a real big array of opportunities, as illustration for people so that they could orient themselves and that they're showing opportunities, what they still can do. It's how to make people enjoy movement or provide for movement when all the sports facilities are closed and the people are locked up in their homes. That has been really well received. And also we started to give positive inputs in how to redesign the socio-economic system, our system, so that it will be more resilient and say, okay, come back to normal, which people appreciate, but the old normal, many good aspects, but not all good aspects. So if you go back to normal, let's go back to a new normal.
I think that the biggest lesson that we have learned from this corona crisis is to appreciate the freedom that we had before.
Yeah, well, never take anything for granted again, you know. So, I mean, I remember getting kind of maybe not upset or, you know, maybe there was issues with staff or there was issues that it was too busy or there was issues that we were taking too many bookings and I mean, stuff like that just seems like a different world now. So now it's basically any booking you get, you have to follow up. Every customer that comes in is nearly golden. It makes you appreciate what, you know, the people that do come in. I'm thankful that they do come in. So.
It taught us to be more flexible and to be more creative in situations that are very unplanned. And so now we're focusing on looking in the future and take unplanned things as chances and not as losses.
Doing online comedy, we were thinking, will this work, will this not work? And quite interestingly, it's very difficult to get comedy to work online. Comedy, stand-up comedy lives from the audience and the audience feedback and connection with the audience. And when you're doing this online, it's very difficult to get that connection. It's very difficult to get that. So it becomes a different form. What we noticed was storytelling, and more storytelling type of comedy was more effective online, for example, than the normal joke approach that we might use on stage. Probably the big thing we learned though is when things happen, things will change. Life changes, it always changes. How do we deal with them? Do we get depressed, sit at home, get bored, depressed and give up and say, well, you know, life's hard and, you know, there's no point? Or do we find ways to deal with the problems that we're presented?
The second, also very important lesson is not to give up. I know the situation now is hard, but there is a way. You have to find a way, improvise, just don't stop, do training, don't stop living, even in the hard times.
You need to take care more of resilience, that you find ways to sustain your institution, your region, your country, your society when there is a crisis. With the resilience comes the need to develop and realize creative solutions. And resilience means to more listen to experts and to especially not listen only to lobbyists, but who are the ones bring everything together and develop creative ideas. There'd be need for that.
I think that martial arts are not just art of moving and art of fighting. I think it's also art of living, and they're always going together. So if you implement the good values on your training lessons and into the individual, then you're going to get a healthy person and it's going to reflect positively on the community. And I think that's the most important thing.
Keep pushing, stay positive, help each other, and keep eating good food that makes you happy.
People hopefully will re-understand how resilient a society becomes if the people work and think together. It is about us. It is about the group, the word together has all the capabilities and resources to solve the problems of the world. It just needs to do that together more.
I personally am a big believer in using humour to come through tough times. Maybe it's being Irish coming from Ireland, but using humour, sarcasm, irony, whatever you want to call it, for me anyway, it's a tool that I use from the toolkit to help get through this trauma. It's maybe not everybody's way of getting through a trauma, getting through a crisis, but certainly for me, I must say, figuring out how to find the humour in a tragic situation, it certainly helps trying to cope with that tragic situation.
Oh, it's a hard question, yeah, because we're still in it, you know. So it's not that I haven't learned something; I'm still learning, you know. It's again, it's a day-by-day situation, you know. I have my reservations coming on the phone, and I'm on that straight away, and it's just day by day, really, you know. And it's as I said before, it makes me. I will never take it for granted again.
One more thing I could tell. Why I am so much focusing on my restaurant business is because of my experience since when I was a kid. I could really feel something special. For example, there are a meal or a taste or a smell. It reminds you a good memory. I would say everybody has your own favorite restaurant or own favorite taste, favorite place you go. Sometimes, you know, obviously you need to go out and meet your friends and talk something. And that makes fun a lot. Our restaurant business, we're providing some space for fun. Space for meeting new friends or make your time a little bit more special. We need that. We need that.